Okay, a nice little trip from there to there. It's Scotland. It's raining. There goes one. There goes two. There goes three. Let's see how this little road goes. So a nice little jaunt, this one. Pretty wet, pretty horrendous. Coming towards the end of the day, the light's fading. Plenty of standing water around the place. And it's time to get to the hotel. Now, of the group of us that was in Scotland, 2 have gone on ahead. They're miles ahead. We haven't seen them for an hour or so. So it's just a case of wheel spin. Bit of a wheel spin there. Always love a slippery, wet cattle grid. So it's the last run in now up to Ullapool. 2 guys ahead of us know this road. They've been along it for many a time. Let's see what we can see. Just a nice steady away ride. Using the guys in front, looking up the road, seeing where we are. It's the same old stuff. If the road's empty, we can use all of it for stability. Conditions are wet, slippery and horrible, so looking right up ahead now, you can see the road goes round to the left and round to the right nicely, so there's nothing coming down. So for stability, just straighten that out. Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. We've got those cross views, we can see where the road's going, nothing coming, straighten it out. Keep the bike nice and stable, use the whole width of the road. Move back in when you see a car coming, so you don't panic them, because they'll come around the corner saying, "Oh, is there a bike on my side of the road?" and they get all flummoxed and panicky, but see them first, and you can probably guarantee that they haven't seen you, so they're none the wiser. Oncoming vehicles, move in for them, give them some space. Things parked up on the left hand side there, so there might be pedestrians, dogs running around, that sort of thing. Just keep your eyes peeled. And just enjoy this trip really. It's pretty wet, pretty rainy, loads of water around. The tarmac's fairly chopped up in the middle, hence the need for stability and straightening the corners out. Coming up over a crest, just keep to the left a little bit there just in case there's something big coming on the other way. And then just see what you can see. Got a good view out to the forward there, so again, using all the road. If there's nobody there to see it, there's not a problem at all. It only becomes an issue when it starts to interfere with other road users. So watching the lines of the guys in front, they're giving us an indication of where the road's going. The trees ahead of where they're going is also telling us where the road's going. Use the limit point of vision all the time to tell us the severity of that corner. If the limit point is staying still like it is now, it's a constant radius. As soon as it starts to open up, we know the road's opening out straight again. Then we're on to what the next clue is. Can we see some more trees? Have we got any of those sort of snow poles? Is there any sort of indication on the road, for example? Is there hazard warning lines on the road? Is there just lane markers on the road like they are now? Where's the road going? Always keep asking yourself that. And with the conditions, where's the best place to put the bike for the amount of grip we think we need? Okay, and at that point, it was right there. Even though there was an oncoming car, that's where the grip was. Nice view down across. Look, straighten these corners out. Curb to curb. Moving in. It's like synchronised swimming. It was swimming. because it was absolutely chucking it down with rain. But nice wide corners, just using the best part of the road as we can. In some cases that's the middle of the road, that's because the car tyres have polished the other parts of the carriageway, so middle of the road, normally the sump line, that's got the grippiest bit of grippiest gravel on there, so you make your decision. The man in front of me, he's obviously had enough and wants to get to the hotel for a San Miguel. So off he goes. Happy days. And is that going to be the last we see of him? He seems to be making some distance up there, which is fair enough. So on we go, just taking in the surroundings, trying to find the nicest bit on the road to see. Our man who's gone in front, he's definitely putting some distance on us now. Fair dues. Word has it this is his favourite bit of road, so that's all good. But it is a steady away day. Nice sweeping corners. If you can see over the top, oncoming vehicles have moved back in. Don't want to panic them. But just being aware of the tarmac conditions, you know, there's lots of sort of standing water, plenty of worn out tarmac. Choose the best line that's going to give you the best grip all the way through those corners. Also the best vision around the bike in front. So look through a bike in front, don't follow it. If you end up following it, you'll end up following it into the same bad situation as they get themselves into. So use them by all means, but look through them. Okay, roundabout coming up. Our guy in front's gone. He's nailed that roundabout. Off we go. Straight line the roundabout. Keep the bike nice and stable. And then just roll off this nice little village. Out the other side, and it looks like you're getting launched into the sort of back and beyond here now, because there's absolutely nothing coming on. So we need to press on a bit. So pass one, pass two, then we'll take the lead up a bit. But you can see how the road is. That line in the middle is choppy, it's chopped right up. We're just making for the best part of the road as we can, and if we can't see it, we can roll off to give ourselves a bit more time. Keeping our eyes peeled on what we can see, look right to the distance. If there's any signage, if there's any oncoming vehicles, any clues we've got at all, it's going to help us navigate these corners. So oncoming vehicles, look at the tarmac, got to keep it where we are because that's where the grip is. So normally we move in for them, but the road conditions say keep it where you are. No sudden movements is the key. Keep it nice and smooth. Smooth as possible. So looking for that vanishing point, there it opens up, and on we go. Always wary of these parked vehicles on the right hand side. Just check those out. look at the standing water on the ground, and try and find the place on the road where the standing water isn't, and then pick up the grippiest bit for the corners. Moving over for the oncoming vehicles, and then moving back to find the best place to be. Looking left, looking right, nothing oncoming. We've got the uneven road surface sign there. Looking at the standing water and just moving out the way of it best we can. When there's plenty of standing water, keep the bike up and right if you can. Nice smooth inputs. Okay. A few vehicles parked on the side, give them some space. Standing water, stand up for that. Then back to the grippy part of the road again. Bit of wheel spin off the standing water there, nothing to worry about if you stood straight up. Just go all nice and relaxed, don't panic. So still looking ahead, we've got the trees coming up, we can see where the road's going. We're just planning our moves. Nice and smooth, real gentle inputs, hardly gripping the handlebars at all. And we're coming up behind a slower moving vehicle. Vehicle oncoming, we've got the crest of the hill, we've got the inside view. Nothing's on the inside. Check, confirm, nothing on the outside. Just roll on past. Giving it plenty of distance because it probably hasn't seen us, so just be aware we don't want to be surprising drivers as we're coming past them. Just taking in the colours, taking in the scenery. It's an absolute beautiful run, this. Really, really nice. Got the wild animals sign there. Always fear the deer, mostly at night, and it is starting to get a little bit dark. Okay, white lines have changed into hazard lines. Tells us there's the corner coming up. And these poles on the side of the road, they're the snow poles. They're nicely contrasting against the background to tell us, or give us a lead on where the corner's going. So just feeling for grip around these corners, and we can just start to feel the front just not being as planted as we'd like. So just roll it back a couple of miles an hour just to give that front tyre a bit of a chance. Again, vehicles parked on the right hand side, just checking those out. Everything's okay. And on we go again. Using all the road up to get that best view as we can around the left hand corner. Using the vanishing point, using the trees, waiting for that to open up. And then just gently roll on again. Left hand turn sign, just check it, nothing's there. Clear to go. Just making sure nothing's coming out on the left, and then we can use that space ready for the right hand corner. Again, just feeling the way the front's going around this corner. You can feel it just moving a little bit. So trying to find the best bit of the road, which much. It's around about the middle at the minute. Feed it back over for the left-hander. Nice and steady, nice and smooth. Watch the big puddles. Watch for the junction on the right-hand side, making sure there's nothing there, and then use that space for the next corner on the left. Got the slow signs in the road, that's telling us it's going to be a bit more severe. And now we've got this patchy tarmac on the left-hand side, so that sort of overbanded, it's always pretty slippy. Trying to avoid that as best we can, which means just rolling off a little bit. Waiting to clear this sort of built-up area, and then we can carry on. So just finding the best part of the road, which does compromise the position a little bit. But we've seen how busy this road is. There's hardly any traffic on it at all. So we've given up that sort of ideal position because we can assume that there's not going to be a huge amount of traffic coming on. But ready to move if something does come along. Look at the trees, we can see where the road's going. Keep your eyes pinned on that vanishing point, and then get over ready for that corner. The idea of moving over is to give an earlier view around the corner and a bit more stability as well, so you've got a wider corner radius, you're not leant over so much. And checking the mirrors, and as we've rolled off a bit, our man's catching us up. So we're happy for him to take the lead. So we'll check the mirrors. Nice bit of road, we can guess what's going to happen next. So steady away. We've obviously lost the third man in this little group. Not a problem. It's just a nice day out to enjoy the ride. It's at times like this you've got to think to yourself, what tyres is he on? Because on these sort of tarmac transitions, it was starting to get a little bit sketchy. So, no heroics. We'll let our man go. He knows the road. It's his favourite one. Let him enjoy that. Don't want to be holding anybody up. We all know where we're going. It's one of the beauties of sort of sat-nav. There's no need to wait for anybody. You're going to meet up at the end at some point. Man there clearly wants a San Miguel. just settle in, settle back, enjoy this road for a minute or two. Okay, so we have the arrows there for the oncoming solid white line. And now we're just contemplating when we can overtake this car. So we've caught it up. Inside view, nothing there. Nice and wide. Back over to the left for the right hand corner. Using our man in front as a bit of a guide to how sharp the corners are. Using those bollards on the right to get a bead on that corner as well. And now we're coming up behind the other two guys that set off way before us at the start. So are we going to ride with them for a little bit or not? Seems not. So our man's gone off again. Not a problem. We'll just wait our turn. We've got the arrows saying there's a solid coming up. So we're just biding our time. Waiting for the road to open up. Which it does. Just settle back into the rhythm there of just picking up the corners. Watching for the corners coming off to roll off a little bit. Tip into the corner. Positive throttle on, just to get the bike stable. Looking through the corner. Rolling on. Picking that nice line. Nice, smoothest line you can find. Dodging those white arrows on the road. They've got a tendency to be a bit slippy. Using all the signage we can. Then looking up ahead. Plan our corners. Nothing coming over. Use all the road for stability. Got the arrows we need to get in. Get into the white line. Looks like the sun's coming out, or at least it stopped raining anyway for a minute or two. We can see how the scenery's changed quite nicely. It's really starting to open up. Just rolling off of this sort of pub or hotel here. Looking through the corners, picking up on the grippy bit. Just feeding it on, see what it feels like. Trying to dodge the white line, white paint on the road. Keeping it on the grippy bit that you can see running down through the middle. And also looking up ahead to see where our man's gone. And he has literally gone. Oh, not there. But we know we're on the right road. So we can just settle back and enjoy what we can see. Moving over for stability, keeping the bike up as straight as we can. There's nothing oncoming. No problem at all. Got the full width of the road there. Take the best line possible through the set of corners. Keep that positive throttle on as we're winding on. Just to keep the bike stable. Once we're up again, change gear. Oncoming car tells us how sharp the corner is. Roll off the corner, tip in, corner opens up, off we go again. Saw some lights coming around from the right hand side, so over this crest, round to the right. We're coming up behind a car. So looking for that early opportunity. Can we get an inside view? Look over, look under, look around. Responsive gear, we've got the lights coming down on the right hand side, so nothing can happen for a minute. But as soon as these ones have gone, we can think about it. markers. Just testing that grip out on those corners. Might moves around a little bit, but it's nothing too serious. Just keep it smooth. Nicely smooth. Tip in. Get in for the solid white line. Still in an inside view there where the road's going. Going to follow this lock along the right hand side. So it's a bit up and down, so just checking for hidden dips. So again, a bit of wheel spin there where it goes a bit light around those crests. But again, nothing really to worry about, just keep it smooth. There's our man again. He's been having some fun. So we've got the road narrowing sign coming up. That tells us we need to just be a bit more wary of what's going on. Vehicle oncoming. Move over to the offside. We can still see our man. We can still see the car. Give them plenty of distance. And stay over here for the left-hand corner. Okay, just to open that up. We've got some lights coming down on the right-hand side. Moving in for the oncoming car. Using the best part of the road we can. Just getting nearly a view of the left-hand corner. Then roll off a little bit. Give the chap ahead some distance, so that lets us use him as a bit of a guide. And also, because we know which way he's going, we can use that to our advantage as well. But fantastic road positioning, smooth. In these conditions, you've got to be smooth. Picking the best line for a set of corners. Stringing corners together is a bit of an art form. And our chap in front knows exactly how to do that. So we'll let him go on a bit. He's He's carving some fantastic curves around there. And again, we're starting to question the tyres and ourselves. So we're happy just to roll off and just pick out what we're doing nice and steady. Coming up behind some cars now. Let's see how we deal with this. Immediately is the answer. It's just nice to get a bit of a picture about what the string of cars is you're following, what they're like, how they're reacting. You can make that picture in a few seconds really, so it's a case of, well, are they all just following that camper? Looks like they are. So nice and steady away. Looks like the camper's pulled in for everybody, so then we can get on. We've got the arrows telling us to get in for that junction. Nothing's there. We're good to go. It's always trying to make overtakes without interfering anybody else, really, without sort of making them question why I'm doing things. So it's nice and steady. There's always another time to make an overtake. So again, just soaking up the old scenery. We haven't been looking at it much for the last half an hour or so, so it's just nice to pick that up just before it goes full dark. Just drift across the left oncoming vehicles. Drift back out to the right for the corner. So up behind the car, up and coming, then just nice and steady past it. We've got patches of sort of new tarmac and things on the road here, off to the side. So just feeding it nice and steady. Picking up on these bollards just in that sort of dark. You can see the rain coming in as well. It's been raining all day. It's just nice that when you know you're coming to the end of a ride, just have a bit of chill out, time to reflect. Picking up on how that road bends. Can we straighten it off? What's the advantage of straightening it? Still with the smooth inputs, just nicely tip in, bit of positive throttle, roll out. See the lights on in the distance up there. Looks like the town we're coming into. So we can start to anticipate a bit, a few more junctions and things, and obviously speed limits coming down. So a fantastic road, that one. Absolutely beautiful, even in those conditions. Wet, gnarly, horrible, standing water. Going dark, keep things smooth, use all the road if you can, put the bike in the best place for grip, stability, always keep looking as far ahead as you possibly can, because that's what gives you the time to plan your lines and to plan your moves. But that road is definitely one to come back to. Here we are, into Ullapool, steady away, and there's our man. Hello.